Hi everyone, this is Dan and the Future Holds Crypto. Let's talk a little bit about Bitcoin and the markets in general, because we're in a very interesting point with both Bitcoin and DXY, and I think they're very much related. DXY is in a very big uptrend, let's say, and Bitcoin is in a downtrend, and usually they're inversely proportional. So basically, if one is going up, the other one is going down. So the fact is that if you look at the market bottom and go to the market top, you'll see that now this is basically the last fib level of support, 0.786, and this is a very interesting area, because if we go below that, it might not look pretty. But for the moment we are around this, and it held support. It hit it right in the head when we had the big down move, and you can see here that DXY from the trend started in 2000. It's basically 20 years ago. It broke the major downtrend, started in 2000, and now it's basically closing into the 0.786 retracement, which in markets usually is the pivot point, and if it's not, it won't be pretty as well. But basically both DXY and Bitcoin are in a very similar point, and with DXY, basically if it breaks this, it's very close to it. I think it will probably at least try to hit it in this area. So even if it's down a little bit now, we might see some movements, especially with the FOMC meeting, which is 27th or 28th and 28th of July. And as we can see, as we saw the CPI inflation data, which is 9.1% worse than expected, I think that they might have an interest rate from 0.75, maybe 1%. So directly, this might actually change and give it hopefully the last push up to the fifth wave, and hitting the 0.786 the fib zone. And if it goes beyond that, it won't be pretty either, because that means that we might go in the previous trends established in 85, and if it goes there, we might see a reversal zone here. It might start in 0.5 area if we're lucky, but we might even go to 144 DXY, and that will be a very painful thing to watch on the markets in general. But hopefully, let's hope this is stopping here. One thing that, looking at the markets, and this could be a perfect relief rally opportunity. The data also shows some signs of that. It's possible that hopefully the inflation is near its peak, and if we have some good things in some good numbers in August, we might see a relief rally. If we saw a peak of inflation, I talked about this in May 7th of this year. So found a fractal similar to what was happening back then, but basically this fractal, if we did something similar, it will basically mean that the relief rally might start in August. So kind of fits in this scenario as well. And the problem is, if we follow this fractal, the big crash will actually be next year. Makes some sense, especially with the fact that if we have a relief rally, it's close to the elections, US midterms elections, and I would suspect they won't want the economy to be crashing down during the election. So relief rally might happen since from August till then, and after that they won't care that much. So we'll probably, it makes some sense, but this is only just playing around, speculation. This is something interesting I wanted to show you. So basically, remember, this is a very interesting area here with the DXY and Bitcoin. With Bitcoin, if it breaks down, in the past, it did break down from the previous rally, but the difference is that the extension from from the market bottom in 2015 till the 17.1, it touched the 17.9 fib extension. That's not usual for markets in general. It's huge. It's a huge extension, and it was a huge run up for Bitcoin from $165 to $20,000, right? So it makes some sense that if it went that much up in going back down, it made some sense to go below the 786. Now this time it actually hit a 4.236. That's usual for markets in general. It's maybe we have a better chance of 0.786 to be a good support, because Bitcoin is a bigger asset right now, and it kind of respects the fib better than in the past, which in the past with smaller and more explosive caps, you'll see extensions going much more than 4.236. So that's it. But if it went below, as last time, it was 27% below the fib area, and if it did something similar, this would be Bitcoin around $13. So just to put it out there. The fact that we have this, even if the data in August, we have some time until then, we have the FOMC meeting. If we have a big interest rate hike, we might see this final run up in the 5 wave and touching the 786, and hopefully we'll see a reversal afterwards. These are good indications that we are possibly in a reversal zone. Also, some other indicators here that Bitcoin net unrealized profit. You will see here that this zone right here indicates that usually we have a reversal. Yeah, this was much stronger. It went below this, what we have now. But in the past, for example, when we went into blue zone, it was 100% clear that it was top, right? And now we went exactly at the beginning of the blue zone, but not it was exactly here. That was where it begins, and here in the next top, basically we didn't even go there. So it's not necessarily doing the same thing, but maybe if it's not going as up, maybe it won't go as low either. Another indicator here is that on the net realized profit loss, we had this very big weeks. We had a very big week down as well, as you can see here. In the past, a big week here, downwards and upwards. Basically, we are in a. I mean, there are many indicators that show a possible reversal zone. I'm not saying it will happen. Economy is kind of not looking good across the globe, but definitely it is a possibility. Well, let me check something else. If we check this, so something. You can see the Bitcoin Pi cycle bottom right here, right? It looks this is another indicator that shows us we are in a bottom area, and in the past, okay, it happened here. We went a little bit. It's, by the way, this fractal is really I took it from here, so it's normally it's similar, but if it's another indicator showing us that we are in a bottom area. As you can see here, it took a while until we exited this zone, so even if it's the bottom, it will take a while. This is good if you want a dollar cost average or buy some more. But another indicator showing us that this is a possible bottom. And by the way, we also had this Pi cycle bottom in the 2014. What I'm saying is that seems to have a very good degree of success rate. So from the past perspective, doesn't mean it will happen right now, but definitely it is a good indicator with all of the others combined. And Basically that's what I wanted to say for this video, and I'm gonna end with the fact that I'm very happy with what happened with the Ripple SEC case. I've seen a lot of very bad moves from SEC. I mean, it was so transparent for me that I don't have any legal expertise, that they were doing some very shady tactics over there, transparent for me. I mean, and I'm happy that it was transparent to the judge, who actually said that they are hypocrites and their tactics are not in the good spirit of the law. So at least that was visible. It was a huge win for Ripple. I'm happy to see that. With this, I'm gonna end this video for today. Thank you for watching. Have a great one. And don't forget that if you don't have your keys, if you don't own the keys, it's not your crypto, especially with Voyager, Celsius, and other things that happened with exchanges. So take care of that. Bye.